see in our world? What's the one enemy you don't want to see?
Wizrobes are a pain. I'd say Gorillas for early game because Wizrobes, they dance a little, shoot. Octoroks dance a little, Moblins dance a little bit. But Gorillas just wing that boomerang and take away a third of your health. So you want to see the bigger enemies first, I think.
So it looks like this match tonight is going to be Link versus Zelda. So we'll see what happens.
Alright, we're starting the Candle Row corner. Claire finds a Take Any Cave instantly, so that's a free candle right there.
And we find an any road. Let's see where these lead us tonight.
Z-Man approves. We have access to both parts of the world. That's a little worse. Alright, take it back. These are pretty basic any roads.
Yeah, it's nice to get the Death Mountain back down to the Death Forest, but other than that, the runners aren't going to be too much help with these, so they're going to want to find that recorder pretty fast.
I would track my previous statement. But yes, any roads to free path to Death Mountain. If you're bad at clipping, that's good, because it means you can dodge the whole crossing over by the waterfall there.
And both runners with the early candle find, which is going to be nice for them. It'll cost them a heart, but they can start burning stuff right away.
Yeah, a lot of races have different priorities for that. I always grab candle as fast as I can for those spots. Missing the one heart is usually not a huge deal. Magical Sword is, between 10 and 14 hearts. You don't play in most randomizers.
And we find level 4 over on Ninja Claire's side. Going to this dungeon, Seawolf. How long would you stay in here without a wood sword?
Well, as for Rick, there's the rule of 6, which is 6 rooms and get out. I'm a little more dumb than that, so I usually keep digging around until I get stopped.
We have the Gorillas sit over here in this level 4, and we find our second Take Any.
Alright, we have Moblins and Gorillas together underground. So Gorillas are not going to be in the overworld. See, Darkness in the overworld as well. So they're annoying. They'll give you a problem in some of the yards. Death Mountain, give those as well. So lots of damage and lots of blocking in the overworld.
And one thing that we did pass up, Seawolf, is that we have found both hint shops already. So do you want to explain what these helpful hints are for these runners?
Yes, they're helpful hints. So for the low cost of random rupees, you may invest in information about an item, location, or requirement. I won't tell you where a dungeon is, they'll tell you what is found where. Sometimes very direct, sometimes very vague. In this part of the tournament, they cannot be false, they cannot lie to you. So you're not going to get trolled by a community hint, and you're not going to get a lie. So knowing where an item is, and say you have a real big dig, if it says ladder is found on 3 or by, obviously, Manhandla, 3 is to that really important dungeon. If it tells you over the water, it could be anywhere, really. The hints are basically aimed to specify certain locations.
And over on Ninja Claire's side, they have found their second dungeon with this Pepto Pink color palette. And like Dungeon 4 without the wood sword, there's not going to be too much they can do over here.
Yeah, Claire is finding more locations for dungeons faster. Once the sword is found, they'll be able to start doing some damage and get their items back. Paratroopa has been exploring burn bushes, and about the same pace.
I think it'll be just a matter of time before Paratroopa catches up in terms of exploration. They're both in the same vicinity at the moment.
In fact, they're on the same screen.
And we got a high five.
As you notice there, very expensive blue ring, very expensive meat so far. Items in the overworld seem to be very pricey, and secrets seem to be very average.
Dark nuts on the overworld, that's my personal nightmare. I would rather have wizards, personally.
Wizards are annoying because the orange ones, there's 2 really bad spawn patterns. If they spawn on the screen in front of you, you can walk in and get bopped instantly. And the other one is the sequential spawn, where you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 orange wizards, and you're basically dodging beams constantly.
And Paratrooper finds out what Ninja Claire found out, that they can't do too much in this level 4 at the moment, so they're going to come back later.
In chat we have here, what do we have here? Yes, the locations of bushes. Bushes and bomb holes in the overworld are static, so they are always in the same spots. First quest, second quest, you can choose that. There's a function in the randomizer for randomizing those burn spot locations, and it's terrifying, but it works.
See, Wolf, one thing I was remiss at the beginning of this broadcast. I'd like to give a shout out to Wolfman for tracking for us tonight, and Crimson Avex momentarily as well. They're going to be helping us out with tracking duties.
Yep, we got tracking going hand in hand today.
So thank you both of them for helping us out.
For detail as well, you saw the hint shop is close to start, therefore they can respawn, save, spend money, and then restart again and get the money back.
So we have our first armor's check, and it just comes out to the staircase, so we'll see what it is. It could still be the wood sword form.
Gotta be careful though. Armos, Gibdos, and 1 heart.
And we just have this second expensive blue ring.
The bait head there is literally half price. The bait in the one shop is 110, that bait is 64. So they need to get bait later on, or they grab it just for safety, like I usually do. It's not as bad in that shop.
And here's our wood sword.
Alrighty, someone said wood, right in the desert cave there. So Claire, unfortunately, is in the wrong part of the world to find that wood sword. But Troop has not found half those dungeons, so it's a weird paradox there of knowledge versus ability.
Paratrooper's found 1 of the 2 so far. He hasn't found the Pepto Pink yet, but he's found 4.
So Claire found another Take Any cave. 4 hearts.
And we have the paper on Paratrooper's side, so they'll be able to buy their potions when they choose to.
Alright, potions critical, especially the expensive blue ring. If the red ring's hidden deep in 9 somewhere, you can't find it. Sometimes having 10 hearts and 3 potions is the way to go.
And we have a 28 medium secret, so that's about average as far as medium secrets go.
And a 14 small, so you figure, down 2, up 4. So you're looking at basically averages for the small, medium secrets. The large secret will determine if this is a really good seed for money, or if you're going to be scrambling around for rupees.
And Paratrooper has found level 7 over on the Desert Burn Bush.
Level 7 again. Paratrooper has the sword, but 7 is possibly... That and 6 can be the largest dungeons in the game with the shaped rules on. So, figures I'll just find some other stuff first and come back to this later.
We'll be checking our second round of Armos over here on Paratrooper's side, and more staircases.
And, surprise, another Armos shop, another blue ring shop.
Ninja Claire burning down the dead woods and looking in the lower west coast at the moment.
Alright, Paratrooper trying to find some bombs, it seems. So these Gibdos in the overworld are annoying, but durable, but they do drop bombs, as do the red Dark Nuts.
I get the feeling that Paratrooper is making a beeline for these armor statues, which is definitely a smart move, especially if I find something like the wand, for example, or the red candle. An early weapon that'll give him an advantage.
Yeah, Armos thing would be a big swing, than a big item. Especially since Claire has not found a sword yet.
And just another 28 secret over on Paratrooper's side.
I imagine Claire is heading towards the desert cave now, so sword will be imminent.
So we have checked all of the Armos over here that they can check in the moment. That means that the Armos up on Death Mountain will have the Armos item.
Alright. 2 swords equipped. Now let's see if Claire runs back to the other dungeons and tries to work on the knowledge they have, or if they'll try and go elsewhere.
They will most likely find level 7 as well momentarily, so we'll see if they pick a shot inside there.
It's time for door repair. Have no rupees.
And Ninja Claire finding their paper, so they'll also be able to buy potions now.
We found a bomb shop.
Yeah, we got some expensive bombs this season, and Paratrooper picking up a pack of them.
Yeah, Para has been fighting with the overworld, has not had a bomb drop yet. So, unfortunately, decides to dig in there and deal with that later.
Dark Nuts on Wood Sword, you can't really fight them for trying to avoid the combat here. And we found our third take in.
Alright, so Paratroopa is close to being guaranteed for White Sword item, so whenever it pops up, they'll likely be able to grab it.
Yes, our runners will need between 4 and 6 hearts to pick up that white sword and whatever it may be for this round.
We've seen the clogging power of darkness, especially blue ones. They move a bit faster. So on a map like that where they can spawn in the exits, it's a little dangerous.
And that is a huge item on the coast tonight.
Surprise, kids! Ladders required.
The silver arrows are going to be on the coast tonight. That is going to be one of the trifecta that these runners will absolutely have to have in order to defeat Ganon at the end of this seed. Ketnet, the coast item tonight was the silver arrows.
Alright, Claire finds level 7 and goes in, as opposed to Troopa who saw it and ran away. Now the dive can be important here. If 7 has, say, the ladder, or 7 has the bow, it could be a huge find. But 7 is a massive, massive dungeon.
And it looks like it has Lionels, and Lionels are very mean with only 4 hearts. And
There we go. So Lionels and Wizrobes are probably both on the ground. Maybe in the same set. You can't tell until you see them both together.
there's nothing like an NSU room full of Lionels. That's my personal nightmare.
Oh, the fun last was my race I had. I walked in level 1. I think it's gonna be pretty good. I'll find some free items. No, I found 4 Wizrobes, 2 Lionels, and 2 bubbles. You don't want that.
Claire picking up a bomb drop, so they'll be able to start bombing a little bit over here up on the upper east coast.
Alright, so the main overworld. Hey, what a find. Level 1.
Yes, one is often a beautiful thing to find, especially early, because there's going to be 2 items that these runners can get here. One of them just sitting on the ground for them, and they get grabbed.
Getting handy. Alright.
And we find the second dungeon that's nice to find, level 8, also with 2 items in there for these runners, right over Vanilla Start.
Alright, Trooper bust in to get the bomb wall glitch on the top side. Alright, Claire going for the block clip. For Zelda, it's a little hard to see. For Link, you can line up his hat with the bottom of the color change, the block, then swing your sword to buffer, hit a direction perpendicular, and move on through.
And Ninja Claire gets the ladder. That is a huge item. That means you can get silvers as well.
Yeah, Claire's not seen the coast item yet, but once you see a ladder... Ooh. Okay, so Claire being very careful to have a heart and try and get that ladder. There you are.
And they're rewarded with it for their persistence. They will now have their ladder and eventually their silver arrows.
Also, overworld and underworld exploration period. A ladder opens it up for you. Any moat room, NSU room, island room. You now have methods of escaping enemies. You can now get around, you can dodge. Darkness cannot walk in the water, so if you hide there, you can take it out slowly if you have to. But basically, the ability to move freely is critical.
Definitely. And on Paratroopa side, we now have level 6.
Alright, so Paratroopers actually caught up the missing dungeon locations, so they both know at the same amount of dungeons available to them. Alrighty, name that ink blot. I'm seeing a redid. Alrighty, Paratroopers fight these moblins. Strictly enemies of the underworld. If you're on a tile line, if you're on the line itself to the right side, most things miss you. So Wizard beams miss, swords miss, arrows miss. So if you're a hair to the right of the enemy in question, and they're above or below you, their shots will go through you.
No, it's definitely a decent way to defend yourself. And Ninja Claire taking a death over here in level 1. You'll just have to pick up and start back over a little bit.
Again, it was very small, and the enemy stage is pretty brutal. So again, the Lionels, they move, they shimmy, and they fire a sword at you. You can see it coming, but again, if you miss once or twice, you're out of luck there.
And they pick up the level 1 Triforce, so they'll have a 1 Triforce lead at the moment.
One Tringle. There we go.
See if they go back into that second item. Yeah, looks like they're just gonna run away for it now.
Actually, I have it already. We missed it. They actually have the recorder. I was looking at Paratroopa.
Ah, gotcha.
So, about mobility, the recorder is in the same boat there. We can now go to the overworld and skip around the world. Any roads are only Death Mountain and starting location. So as soon as you finish dungeons here, level 1 takes you to the northeast corridor. So northeast now is open with a toot and flute. You get around much faster.
Especially with these roads all being bunched together, that's definitely good. It'd be a good thing for them to find and make their exploration just a little bit easier.
Fortunately, Paratroopa is on the other side of the world, and level 1 is very far away.
They haven't even gone to the upper east side yet, so they'll find it soon enough, I believe.
Alright, we found the triangle in the very corner of 6. Also an item room here, perhaps, so gotta check out both.
When we get the raft in 6, that's also another nice find for these runners.
Superb, superb. So, in the event that raft is required, you have a dungeon on the islands over there. You can now get to it. So, both runners have an edge. Claire can open up the lake in the Dead Woods, and Paratroopa has both raft spots open.
We don't quite know yet if the raft will be required, but with 2 spots, it's definitely nice to check in case you do need it.
Again, I mentioned in my last commentary, the order of importance, the overworld. The Power Base opens up 4 spots, Raft opens up 2, and the Recorder opens up 1. So, they kind of have reverse order going on. They found the Recorder and they found the Raft, and PB is still at large.
Yeah, and we find Vegas over here on Ninja Claire's side.
I don't know, Vegas. Hit time. Alright, Wheelock has the bow on the return.
So that's gonna be the
Level 8
bow
has
and
the bow. Ooh, okay. So now, Paratroopa is no longer surprised that level 1 has ladder.
No, if you were a paratrooper, would you change your mind and find 1 immediately, or would you do your normal path?
Well, you know the silvers are on the coast, and you need to have the ladder. I'm not sure. I know where 8 is already as well. So Paratroopa's like, I know where 8 is, but I also want to find that ladder as fast as possible. Especially because they dungeon as large as 8 could have a block of all the ladder.
And Ninja Claire's now found level 3.
And 7 has red ring, so deep in 7 somewhere is red ring. And White Sword level 2. Okay, all the upgrades are all over the place. And the bow is ladder blocked. So we know the bow is an 8, but it might be ladder blocked. Therefore, now with that hint, I would really consider finding that ladder first.
Yeah, to find out, they'll need to get up to level 1 up in Upper East.
Hey, dungeon level 2 is on the raft spot.
So a raft will be required in this run.
That raft is really can't be missed. Raft is in the Triforce room of 6, so it's not going to be a missed item, but to take time to get your hands on.
And they will find their white sword here, which is going to be a nice offensive upgrade.
Let's see. Phoenix. Jose Phoenix. No, the hint was step over the water, which means a ladder is required. If it was sail, it would be, or sail over the water, that would be for the raft.
Fearless Starter, what do you mean by that statement, so we can answer you for you correctly?
Not much about sway here. Let's see. I mean, there are legends of people doing seeds and having certain effects happen, myself included. But the seeds are generated randomly, so basically you just type in the command and you get yourself a number and a seed.
Old news game, old news.
No, it's totally random there, Decoy. Again, you put in the command for Torment, and the flags are made. Get the flag set up already. The seed is generated at random, literally. The settings are the same for every single seed we make. But again, with the shape generation, with the overall generation, things can be very random. You get a very easy seed with a good amount of money, and free with White Sword and the armorless item, and all kinds of fun stuff. Or it could be a brutal, nasty seed with key blocks and Wizard of the Overworld and all kinds of fun stuff.
And our white sword item is going to be the power bracelet, so that opens up those 4 spots for these earners.
Alrighty, so Paratroopa has the world mostly at their disposal. All 4 of those spots are open. The 2 raft spots are open. So the only thing missing there is that level 1 will have the Recorder, which will open up the lake there in the forest.
Ninja Claire digging around here in level 3, trying to find some progress.
I think about Gluyak here. Gluyak is his backside has no hitbox, so just walk right through.
Yeah, looks like we found every dungeon so far except for 9.
So the dungeons are really concentrated. Let's see if we have that. Yeah, where's 3 at?
I did not see where Ninja Claire had entered.
Not sure what to find out. Because Blue Wizzy says no. Nope. Okay. Patrick doing the screen clip to get over the river there. Claire head back to 3 to find more items. Now we know it can't be the white sword, nor the bow, nor the raft.
Ouch,
Nope.
that's gonna be a brutal large secret. Only 59 rupees.
Oh, we're poor. Okay. So again, it was wise of Paratroopa to buy hints and then retry. So all that money was not wasted. Because money is now really, really, really important.
And I believe we're probably just gonna be moments away from finding out what our armouts item is.
The book!
Yeah, you don't want to pick that up.
Wait, you don't want to have I know fire happen when you cast your spells?
No, I don't think I need some literacy tonight.
You don't love the fact you can only have like one on the screen at once, or that you can hit you, or get in the way when you're hitting enemies, or maybe run a bush if you're lucky.
Passing up the red candle over in Dungeon 3 here. This early in the run, I'd probably pick that up personally.
I would say so too, because now you see land moles, which is, hey, very handy to have. Oh, lo and behold. It's like, against land moles is a good thing to have. Against gels and fires, keep them in the corner and burn them down really fast. Yeah. It's kind of saying, this room is saying like, out loud, like, why did you skip me? Why did you skip me?
Yeah, Crimson AFX in chat just brought up a funny point. They need the power bracelet to get the power bracelet hidden. So this game can be quite trollish at times with this randomizer.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. 0.2, Claire didn't realize that you can kill one of the enemies in a room with that, like land molas and what enemies are there? Like dig dogger pieces. If you break out dig dogger, up to 3 of them, you kill one. You walk out of the room, go back in, and the enemy will be killed overall with the flag set for death already. The exception being the 3 dongos, you have to kill all 3 of those to make something happen. Paratroopa heading to level 7. Now of knowledge of the red ring within. Given the absolute poverty of the seed, you might go digging for it.
Do you think Ninja Claire's gonna stop and pick up the red candle this time?
I would imagine so. Land Mole, again, would have been hastily dispatched with the candle. In fact, Claire opened the fight with the candle shot, so I'm actually shocked that they're not going for it again.
No, passed it up a second time. And we got our Triforce over here in 7-inch Paratrooper side tonight.
Alright, Tringle 7 is not very deep, so it's a hard choice. Do you stay in there, get the ring, or do you leave and go? Nope, going back in.
This early in the run, I would definitely like that extra defense. Defense is a premium in this race.
Just seeing that room in 3, which might be required with the 6 blue wizzies locked in a room with you.
No key, so that can be on my progress that direction.
Alright, there's a dangerous room as well. Ooh, lucky clock. Alright,
So far,
that
that's
room
gonna
is
be our clock of the night.
Oh yeah, so this room is terrifying because you can't dodge. If you get around wizard robes, it's better. And a room like this with a moat or the blocks on the outside, you're really hamstrung in terms of dodging. But that clock.
Paratroopa making that play up to the Upper East Coast. Might find level 1 soonish.
And there's level 1 for Paratroopa. Ladder inbound.
They will definitely like what they find in this dungeon.
Alrighty. Clearing up the top part here. a few rooms left, otherwise that wizard room is guarding something important, which does not want to be the case, but we'll see what happens. There's one room left that's not blocked by that angry bunch of wizard rooms. Ooh, a push block.
Hopefully he doesn't get key blocked here. We'll see what they find. And they find the recorder on the floor.
There's your flute. And the ladder was in that one room with the staircase, so it should be attainable.
Yes, Rick, we found our red candle over in Dungeon 3.
Yep, level 3 is a red candle, though skipped and bypassed.
Speaking of that, while we just have this exploration going on, now that we're half hour, and I'm just doing a quick recap of what we found. Level 1 is going to have the ladder and the recorder. Level 2 will have the white sword. Level 3 will have the red candle. Levels 4 and 5 we are still in the dark about. Level 6 is going to have the raft. Level 7 is going to have the red ring. Level 8 has the bow and an unknown item. Level 9 we're still in the dark about. The white sword item was a power bracelet. The armor item was the book. And the ladder was the silver arrow snipe.
So gambling seems to be not too smart this seed. You're looking for the bow is an 8, the arrows on the coast, and the ladder's a 1. So basically, items you want to find are in dungeons.
And we know the raft is required, so we'll have to dig that out of 6 as well.
And there's still an all chance the recorder's already gotten, so it's not a big deal. But definitely a chance of that being a blockage is you.
With level 9 still in the air, and it could be on our power bracelet spot, it could be on the lake, we just don't know yet.
Alright, so you can Paratroopa have trouble with the clip here. The bubbles still don't really hurt you, but they interfere with you badly. And you can't do the buffering with the sword while you can't swing your sword.
Yeah, bubbles are just kind of there to make your life miserable.
Ladder get. And gone. Alright. Patrick doesn't want to get the Triforce, just grab that implement.
Yeah, Ninja Cleric getting their ladder over here in Dungeon 3. Their Triforce, I should say.
Alright, so oddly strange that Paro dodged the Triforce in level 1. But, so be it. Alright, Chuba's into level 3 now, probably. It's in the top right corner. Claire, meanwhile, is heading... Let's see where... You'd imagine back to 4 or 5. Let's by starting the location there.
It looks like Paratroopa left 1 due to key issues, so they'll probably be going back once they find a key.
Ah, good point, yes. That room in the middle there. The key go north there. Unfortunately, no shutter door, you can't get a clip out of it, so you have to do it the hard way. Ooh, Claire has not yet seen the arrow on the coast yet, so that tempting offer of the arrows there.
Second thought it, so that's a good sign. They won't be wasting their rupees once they get over to that coast. I don't believe they've found their hints yet either, so they might be saving their money for that.
It's a key thing here. Last year's tournament had random hints, so some were good, some bad. And the cast flags run for nightly usually had mixed hints, so sometimes you get trolled a lot. The hints here are guaranteed to be helpful. It could be old news, but it's still news.
And we find out that Pepsi's the way to go in this seed, being 66 rupees for 2, compared to the 78 for 1 red.
But I speak the details when I say, Pepsi Man! Mr. Rocksteady, so you're looking at the, those fellows are the levers. They show up in Zelda 2. If I recall correctly. I'm trying to think if they appear in Link to the Past. Yeah, they appear in Link to the Past in the Desert Palace.
Ouch, the Paratroopa finds a really bad room with 6 blue reserves, just nopes right on out of there.
Yeah, Claire had the same factor. Those blue robes can't be dodged, really. It's a diamond room, so you can't move around. So basically, you just gotta take that in the face and go. Basically, it's red ring or bust to that room.
Clarifying their next heart piece, so they will also get their power placement when they get to the white sword item. And Ninja Claire said looks like we have momentary silvers once we get over to the coast.
Paratroopa finds that Triforce and is trying to decide to get out of there. Yes, which was no fun. But again, no keys, so can I go back to 1? Decoy. Blue Zobes have 10 health, so 10 stabs with the sword. Looking at 60 stabs while dodging a frantic madman. Good luck.
And in later seeds of this tournament, they might take all the way up to 14.
That's true. Yes, Blue Wizards are notably the strongest enemies in the game, and they have the highest HP of the basic enemies. I believe Lilacs have 9, Gibdos have 7.
Bunnies also have 10.
Bunnies have 10, yes, so Pulse Voices are much more annoying, they're durable, they move around a lot more, but they have an inherent weakness to either the bow and arrow in America, or being yelled at in Japan.
How can you just yell at a bunny? That's so mean.
Doesn't happen too often. Then I see all the bunnies are alive, so obviously it doesn't happen too often.
And we found the magical sword over here, up in the Upper East Coast under the push block spot.
Mags is by the beach. Actually, no, Mags is actually over there on the, yeah, my screen's mixed up.
Mags was up in the Lost Hills on the push block.
Yeah, it's the Lost Hills Armos push block guy. So it's kind of, well, I'd say it's kind of out of the way, but they have a flute in at level 1 right there, so it's not a big deal. Also, I haven't seen Pulse Voice yet, so that's lucky on their part. Pulse Voices tend to come in big groups, and they take a whole ton of damage, so they're hard to get rid of without the bow and arrow.
And we find another miserable large secret over here on Paratroopa side.
Paratroopa might go back to the Lost Hills or to a shop and grab that blue ring now, though. There's a Pulse Voice.
They have all their secrets, so they probably don't have too much to spend money on. They know where their silvers are, so they won't need to get the arrows. So the only question will be meat.
Claire has found the secrets for the bow. And the raft. And does not bother to retry. Oh, there we go. Paratroopa is going to head back to the northeast, it seems. No keys, though. Ooh, Gibdo's in the desert.
Paratroopa takes some Gibdo hugs.
Gibdo is interesting. Gibdos and Lilacs move at a certain speed. They're a little slower, actually. But in that process, if they're between tiles, when you stab them, they may not bounce back. So they can often ignore the knockback touch, and it can surprise you by just going through a sword stab and punching you anyway.
Dr. Nate in chat is asking if that is a Zelda sprite. It is. So at the end of this game, that means that Ninja Claire will be looking for blankets to Zelda.
Yes, the Randomizer has several built-in sprites to try. They don't affect the game's settings. They change your sprite character, but do not change the actual outcome of locations, items, and such. The only things that do change are the cues for clipping and such. So if you're going to play the sprite that's not Link, you should play that sprite for a while and get used to the clipping changes.
And while we have a little bit of a lull in the action here, if you guys like what you're seeing, please give these two runners a follow. They deserve it. And give my calling partner a follow as well to see Wolf 1.
I'm sure it'd be very boring to watch. Ooh, Ninja Claire to death, unfortunately. Paratroopa is going to hit the other raft spot and see what they can find. The irony here is that Wizrobe spot in 3, which might be why you bought the ring in the first place, it'll probably lead to the red ring.
Paratroopa now making the play over here, silvers.
Okay, flip those to the arrows. You don't want to have the bow. They both know what level 8 is? No, I think only Paratroopa knows what level 8 is so far.
A little bit of indecision going back and forth here.
Oh, they're heading to 4. Right, here on Paratroopa's side, slow down a bit. You have a screen full of enemies, all shoot projectiles. There's a good chance the game will start lagging out a bit. If it's really extreme, like if you're in a room with Lionels and you're trying to walk through an NSU room, in extreme cases you cannot use your ladder because it can't spawn the sprite. I've actually used bombs in wizard rooms to make them not shoot beams because of the sprite overload. So you can play around a bit, and sometimes it helps you, sometimes it hurts you. But you definitely overload the screen.
We have some camouflage moblins over here in this light blue dungeon, just blending in with the background. Cyclone GU, the secrets amounts are 100% random per seed.
It's all randomized. Oh, the types of secrets. Okay, so that question is Cyclone. There's still only those set numbers of secrets. So you have the vanilla game, was it? I think it's 6, 5, and 3 for a small, medium, large. No, there's 4, 7, and 3. So there are that many of those secrets per se, but they are all the cost given by the randomizer.
And we have Paratroopa picking up their next Triforce piece over here in Dungeon 4. So again, gives them 4 Triforces to 2 at the moment.
That right on Dungeon 5. So dungeons are very close together, so you can go from one to the other real quickly now. Death Mountain, other than maybe 9 being there, is going to be pretty sparse. So Death Mountain might be skipped entirely.
Watch 9 be in the upper left corner of the map now, 1 bomb hole spot.
Patches gotta be careful of that room. You gotta check for wall masters. In the settings, with the enemies being different, if you're in a push block room and there's no push blocking happening, and you've killed all the enemies you think, go on a wall, make sure there's no wall masters hiding there.
And Ninja Claire's found their 3rd Triforce of the run in Dungeon 4 here.
This bit, I'm not sure about that, because I've definitely been in front of a Wizrobe and throw a bomb out desperation last minute and not hit by a beam because of it. So I did something to the game to make it think otherwise. Maybe the bomb smoke is a different sprite category.
Paratroopa is making that Death Valley check. Death Mountain check, I should say.
Death Valley Rally. Don't play that game, it's terrible.
Death Valley is one of those like thin rooms on the overworld with nothing but wizards on it.
It's even changed around a bit. Wizards originally were free spawning in the overworld. It's actually now safety checks to make sure that there's an option for at least, I think, where you can turn off the that really tight corridor leading to a special rock, or a few tight spots towards West Death Mountain. Can not have angry wizards all over it and undodgeable. In the same vein, P-Hats cannot be underground anymore, because if you put one P-Hat in a room, it would never, ever, ever stop flying. So it wasn't actually a challenge, it's annoying. You had a chance, P-Hats, you had your chance. You squandered it.
At this point, Ninja Claire's going to make their way down to the vanilla star to get to 6 and 8, and that's the last 2 they're missing. We know they need to go into 6 to get to that raft spot, so they can get to level 2 at some point.
That's true. Only 9's at large, so Troopa's looking for something extra, I suppose, because we know all the dungeons are on the center and east side of Hyrule. So Troopa must be looking for level 9 or perhaps for... They're not found level 7 yet, but they have. I know they've been there, ran out. Yeah, I'm not sure what Troop was looking for, honestly.
Yes, Crimson, they did pick up the trap force in 4.
Alright, good clock in the waterfall cave there. Ooh, but Claire unfortunately falls afoul of the Darknut's armor property.
And we found level 9 up on Death Mountain.
Level 9 in the other corner spot. So Claire demonstrated the property of facing in this game. Darknuts have a facing rule, which is when they're facing you or facing them. Basically, they don't take damage from your sword or from attacks. When you plant a bomb, your bomb is facing, per se. So if you're looking left, the bomb faces left. So if Darknut's facing right, the bomb will not hurt the Darknut. Claire buys the bait.
Yeah, you'll never know if you can have a bait block, so that's a smart purchase. You don't want to go halfway through a dungeon, just have to turn around and go buy bait.
And the bait could be a 9 as well. I see some pretty heinous bait blocks at the end of the game.
I'm not quite sure why they're back in 6. They have the Triforce and the item here.
I was looking for maybe the heart container, but no. 4 bombs. Yep, a key. They bypassed the key in that room. They remembered that there was a key waiting for them in that 3rd spot there. I think we're going back to 1, perhaps? Confetti, the pulse voices have 10 hit points. They can be killed by sword or by wand impact hits, not by beams. They have an inherent weakness with a bow, which kills in 1 shot. They can eventually be destroyed by other weapons.
So, what items do we still have large here in this run, Seawolf?
Both bananas, magical key. What else is there?
Wand.
And the wand, yes. Okay, so the wand is a pseudo white sword option with always a beam attack, which is good in all enemies but Wizropes. Boomerangs obviously come out and stun or grab items in range. And the magical key is, well, all the keys you ever wanted.
Both of our runners here in level 8 are going to find their bow eventually, hopefully. Look at that bomb hole. Never mind, got a bomb drop. Lucky recorder with Big Dogger there. So, 8 requiring all kinds of stuff. 8 wants to have ladder, 8 wants to have flute. 8 is definitely an item test right now. I'm actually a fan of using the boomerang strats on those Dig Doggers. It's a nice way to just freeze that eye in place and just get a couple quick hits on them.
Yeah, they don't have boomerang, unfortunately. But Dig Dogger lights, basically, the little baby ones, once you break apart, Dig Dogger base is immune to everything. Dig Dogger Kid is vulnerable to everything possible. So Dig Dogger Kid, you can stun with a boomerang, hit with arrows, hit with a wand. Paratroopa is playing second quest. Unfortunately.
Yep. We're going to have a wall master in this room here, unfortunately.
I'm gonna grab it. No. So again, yes, they're basically room for room now. If you're in a room and you finish it off and it's not over, yep, look for Wall Master. Yes, the Goma is arrow only. So the Goma is the other tough to kill enemy. Arrow to the eye will work only. 1 for a orange, 3 for a blue. Ooh, Paratroopa dies a few steps. A few rooms into 8 there. Let's see. Left Lionel's 8 is basically just a slog through right now. They both have the items to get through all the facing problems, so they're not worried about, ladder spots or anything else there. Keys are going to be a problem. 1 and 0 respectively. So that's the right idea. You can set up the dogger for death afterwards. You can plant a bomb, the new recorder, and have the bomb go off on the little guys, and they pop out. You can throw a boomerang out and have it come back and tag them all. There's definitely options for doing dogger. Once you have the recorder, it's much easier.
Yeah, I definitely believe the recorder to be undervalued at times. Just it makes travel so fast, and just a bunch you can do with it.
In a real pinch, you can use it for a buffer. Ooh, Aquamanus gets the kill in the staircase room.
Revenge of the Unicorn Dragon.
Alright, so we're all taking a lot of deaths here. Actually, let's see, looking at this, I don't believe that Claire has the blue ring or not. I don't think so. I think she does have blue dress from the get-go.
Yes, I don't believe they've picked up any kind of ring at this point, so they're still on the vanilla green tunic at this point.
Right, so Paratroopa have been getting killed off with the blue ring on, so you gotta be careful with that. The enemies here are very powerful, do a lot of damage.
Yep, Lionels are no joke. 2 hearts with that sword shot.
Here we go, playing a room tag again.
Yeah, bubbles can certainly be a pain. They just get in your way and cause all kinds of mischief.
The wand is in 4. Okay, so...
Add a genius, I can't wait for that to happen.
Oh wait, actually we forgot the heart container as well. So... we have a heart container, and both bananas, and magical key at large.
And I believe we just saw a hint that said wand was in 5, unless I misread that.
Wand's in 4, actually. So Gluyak has the wand. Oh no. Is it Gluyak? Oh, it's the double. Here's the Architecture. So that's taken care of. Claire really want to find a bow without a heart instead. So they look at the map trying to figure out where am I? Where can I go? Let's see.
And both of them picking up that extra heart here in 8.
Might as well.
It's not really something you want to see, but it's something that you won't pass up when you see it.
Unless you're really stacked ready. If you have 14 hearts, you can come across the Architecture. You just kind of roll your eyes and keep going. Save those 8 seconds. I think we're going to get into a game of Find the Bomb Hole. It's a bad one too. This 8's huge, and all those walls are ripe for the pickings for bomb holes.
So we are at a possibility tonight where level 9 will have both bananas.
Ooh, Paratroopa again finds that Aquamantis with very low health. Oh, nope, again.
That Aquamantis just does not want to pass him through that room.
It's reminds me of that one scene I commentated for a Dragon Warrior Randomizer with Green Dragon being the most savage monster of all time. Way above his weight class. Alright, so both rooms have found the heart here. They didn't want that, they want to find the bow. But apparently it's looking like a bow is going to be bomb blocked somewhere. So one of these walls here is going to give way to a bomb hole.
And we have Ninja Claire doing some battle with Aquamantis, who doesn't have to use a potion.
Once the room dies behind a block and drinks a potion.
Yeah, this is one grouchy dragon tonight. Just all kinds of trouble.
It's in the right spot at the right time.
And both of them finally taking him down, unfortunately.
The beast is down. Long live the new beast. And there's the bow.
And both of them will be picking this up momentarily.
That explains the savagery.
Ganon's ultimate defenseman.
He's the first and the last. You find him level 1. He's the vanguard.
One thing to note, Clara still does not have their power bracelet, so they will need to find that.
Almost died. There we go. Now we're hitting it. Silver arrows. All the metal sword at range.
Apologies, I meant the raft, not the power bracelet.
Yeah, I think I racked my brain like PB bracelet was important. They gave you a hint for PB, but I don't think it actually was required. But yes, raft is still critical. That's deep in 6 somewhere.
PB if they want the magical sword.
Right. Which, again... well, the white sword's in... It's in 3 if I recall. So that's not a huge deal. Well, 3 had the ring. 2 had the white sword.
Yep, 2 had the white sword, 3 had the red candle.
So, one more question about level 8. Where's the Triforce?
This seems to be a bomb hole and staircase level 8.
Here's your shapes of the power of map. The vanilla Zelda, the map is an afterthought. The map's all the same. You know, you're an eagle, you're a dragon, you're a serpent head, whatever. Nobody cared. In shapes, yeah, you want that map. You're gonna waste a whole lot of bombs hitting things blind until you find that map.
We do have blue Lionels in this dungeon though, so it's not going to be too bad for them to bomb drops, especially with silver arrows under the belt now.
True. Seems Claire has found another offshoot. Bombing left in the staircase. Behold the power. 4 damage per shot.
Paratroopa dropping out for momentarily to get some bombs.
Claire's in the same boat, pretty much. I ran out of bombs and no doors.
That's always the worst clock to see. You kill the final enemy and then a clock traps.
My goodness, look at the time. Wasted, 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 wasted. Yeah, this 8 is a very funky shape. 8 and 7 share the same like map tile, so they kind of tend to be opposite each other. So 7 is probably easily abominable, but 7 was a fast entry exit for Paratroopa. So we're not sure how bad 7 could be, but 8 is pretty raunchy.
Paratrooper going back in this level 2 here to find their Triforce.
That 2 is also very large, so as a rule, the dungeons follow shape and size order. So 1 is smaller than 2, 2 is smaller than 3, and so on. So 6 might have been pretty massive. I know Trooper went through it and got the Triforce item already. 6 could have been a real monster. Rick Dog, that's a one-way passage in second quest. Those doors are not on for this setting. And lucky, because that's a pain.
Being bomb dropped with so many bomb holes in level 8 here. It's smart on Paratrooper decided to back out for a little bit and come back later.
Ooh, life for money and a poverty seed is rough. But Chuba drops the 58 rupees. And White Sword right in the middle of nowhere. So White Sword's on the way to Triforce and 2. Easy Triforce to Para, and with that, 9 hearts. 9 hearts, so we're almost to magical sword possibility, if so desired. And Para might be head back to 8 now with a full stack of bombs. Nope, guess not. Yeah, don't be fooled. It would seem like that Claire is spending a lot of time in 8, kind of, flying around a bit. Don't worry, Paris will go back there and do it too. So it's not like you're saving time by skipping it later on. So the same games will be played by Paratroopa in about probably 5-10 minutes. Paratroopa to the rest of Death Mountain area into the grave. Something important over there. Let's see. Create more bombs. Good. Alright, chat. We're seeing here the power of the map. If the map is found in level 8, this would probably be a lot faster, a lot easier. So you find a map, say here, or 9 in huge dungeons, so you can, at least try and assure where you're going to use your bombs at.
Paratrooper is now in magical sword level, so they can possibly get their sword if they decide to go back up to that section of the map. And they will need to go there for level 1, so it's possible. Ninja Claire being persistent with this level 8, they really want the Triforce here, so they don't have to come back down here.
Also, the main thing too, if you're marking down your map or trying to track your locations, basically at that point you're looking to, visualize what's fresh in your mind. I see Claire, the old man, that increments the counter for bomb drops. So you have to,
You have to avoid getting hit though. That's a rough death there.
That's the saltiest old man.
So not only the old man, but Aquamantis both getting kills in this race.
In 8 too. I think this is 8. I think this 8 is like a paradox. It's just the angriest of all dungeons. Are we tracking that?
Well, let's see what I'm sorry, I missed what you said.
Are we tracking the old man kills in this tournament?
Somehow I think that's going to be a rarity on this, but we'll see.
The only thing worse is I've done before. I've walked into Zelda's fire and died by accident because I was overly excited.
Oh yes, I have done that myself.
Oh boy, princess! Oh, ow! Fire indeed hot.
The worst of those Zelda rooms that you walk into and the pyramids are spitting fireballs at you.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay, interesting. So Paratroopa goes back to 8 and finds a compass like straight away. So Paratroopa's gonna be a mockery of this whole Triforce hunt. Yep, there it is. So Paratroopa has cut 8 and from like a 10-minute hunt into literally a 2-minute walkthrough. But there's a huge time save. That might be the primary difference here in this race, because 8 is still giving Claire a whole heap of trouble. And Paratroopa's done.
Yeah, Paratroopa's going to be able to move on, look for those last 2 remaining Triforces, and go on to finish this seed.
And Paratroopa 9 is. Claire does not. So Paratroopa's got all the information and all the locations.
Claire's still going to go down to level 6 to get that raft as well.
Yeah, things look bad for Claire, unfortunately. The map is not working out in the favor.
Sometimes you just need persistency, though. I mean, you just gotta do what you gotta do.
Claire's in the area. If you head south, one of those rooms should be close to the Triforce to get you there by accident.
You're up there pretty close. It could be done here somewhat shortly.
There's a map.
Chat, name that ink blot for us.
I am the ghost of Aquamantis.
There they go. Now they can move on finally.
Get back here with my Triforce.
We had some expensive bonds this year. We don't know what the return rate on them is.
Was it 110 for that? Yeah, poverty is
It was
real
108, I
rough.
believe.
Chat is strongly divided on this map. Look out. A faucet, a cactus, a fox with a sword, a man shooting somebody else from a 9-degree fall. All kinds of stuff.
Genie in the Lamp, I like that one. Claire with the right move here. Hopefully they dig out the item. They're heading into 6. They'll get their raft here.
Right, Claire finds 6. I think Claire saw the hint as well. But I don't think Claire is aware that the raft is required. So might gamble on that, which is unfortunate.
I believe it was on the way to the Triforce, so they will
Oh, you're right,
run
yes.
across it.
Yeah, you're right. Same room, actually. There's a staircase. It's 2 rooms to the right from there. So Claire forced to make the extreme wrong turn to get to the Triforce in the item.
Hopefully they don't just nope out and leave it behind, but this late in the seed, I don't think they do that, hopefully. And we have the any key in 5.
Alright, so that's found. I can confirm. Level 9. Double boomerangs.
Now that we've found everything, Seawolf, do you want to give us a quick rundown?
I would, but I didn't write it down because you got it first time.
Okay, let me go through this then. Let me give you one moment here. Alright, in level 1 we had the ladder and the recorder. In level 2 we had the white sword. In level 3 we had the red candle. In level 4 we had the wand. In level 5 we had the any key. In level 6 we had the raft. In level 7 we had the red ring. In level 8 we had the bow and the heart container. And level 9 we had Banana City with both boomerangs. And the white sword item was the power bracelet. The armor item was the book. The ladder item was the silver arrows. And we had bomb upgrades in levels 4 and 5.
Claire knows has the map and the compass. So Claire knows the Triforce is right there at the start. If I gamble on, okay, the Triforce is right there. If I start an easy grab, I'll just go through the rest of the dungeon and find the item. And unfortunately, the item is with the Triforce. Probably going to be a long walk.
Cyclone G, it's the magical key, but since it gives you an A in your key slot, it's been renamed the any key. Some call it the lion key as well.
Nice to be called Gibby!
And Paratroopa1 taking a death to an angry Patra. Claire digging around this level 6 here.
And Para can't just leave there. Let's get in potions. Yeah, okay. There we go. Yeah, Claire's getting trolled pretty hard here. It's gonna be a long walk through 6 to find nothing in that last room there.
Hello, Goma. How are you tonight?
I'm doing pretty good. Come back. Where you go?
Goma's just sad. He wants a hug.
Makes sense though. Plenty of keys. No need for a drop. No Triforce in there. So good to go below. Honestly, if Claire gets killed, it'd probably be better for Claire. Just simply go back to start and have to, get your health back by Triforce. And lo and behold, there's a staircase in there. Who would have thought?
We might be having a magical sword check here over on Paratroopa1's side. They're going back to that vicinity.
Yeah, let's see. Looking at a 40% chance. Claire, there we go.
Claire's looking like they pick up that raft. Well, hopefully they go pick it up. And there they go. They're going to be on the way to finish their seat as well.
It's the part where you realize the end right there. You walk past it the first time. You roll your eyes really hard.
And we pick a magical sword on either 10 or 11 hearts.
Ooh, early mags. Easy. Alright. So, Wizard beware. Claire has a the raft now. That means we're close to that one spot. An easy grab. Speed of fast grabs. That key block is really the only thing stopping level 1 Panic Triforce for Para. So that's done.
Now they just have to go back and deal with that Patra in 5, and they'll be on their way to visit Ganon.
Alright, Claire finds level 2 immediately, so no troll in there. Quite fine with the raft there, and it's moving on to the next spot. Two will have White Sword, and two will have Triforce. Very fast, straightforward dungeon.
They'll be happy to see that offense upgrade getting rid of this wood sword for him.
See a little temerity by Augmentus now. Give the previous savagery of that beast.
I don't think Aquamentus can be in 9, so they won't have to worry about that too much. So the poor dragon gets to have some peace and quiet. Old news game. Don't need that hint.
Gives you ladder advantages. You can hide in a moat. And very few enemies hit you on the moat. Wizard shots hit you on the moat. Dodongo occasionally doesn't care about physics and blocks or whatever, just walks where he wants to. But typically
Bunnies as well. Bunnies will just hop over it like no tomorrow.
Yep.
Claire using these silver arrows to make short use of these gorillas over here in Dungeon 2.
Yeah, Lucre's are a weird spot. They have 5 health, so you need to do one of each. It's not exactly it's not like a free kill. Like if Midas Sword is a kill by itself, you have to do a little more extra on top of it. So they survive most big hits, and if you have one more little ding, finish them off.
The thing with gorillas too, they're just so YOLO with their boomerang, so just toss them wherever they choose to toss them. There's no rhyme or reason to them.
There's no warning. If you stand there and stare at them until they throw the boomerang themselves, they just walk into you. No, it's just really, it's insane sometimes how this uncanny it is. You tap A right when the sword comes out and the shield goes down, boom, boomerang. I've actually dropped bombs before and had them hit me with a bomb drop going on. Not sure where Claire's going, given that the compasses have already been found.
I think they're probably looking for the item because they want that wood sword, white sword.
So similar to the last one, the White Sword is on the way to 2, or the Triforce, and the rest of the dungeons got Troll. It's kind of the same effect as level 6.
And Paratroopa picking up that final Triforce piece, so they are going to be going to visit Ganon.
To be fair, Old Man has got killed this race, so Old Man mugging is a very valid threat. Money Life is only a second quest mechanic. There's a bait block forced in another one, but yeah, you've never seen Old Man, hawking for money and life in first quest. Not usually.
Confetti Giant, yes you can. You can also play as the old woman as well.
Yes, the old woman save the old man or old woman, vice versa.
Alright, Seawolf. So we have Paratroopa going to 9 here. Do you want to guess a rundown of what they'll be looking for?
Alright, you already have the silver arrows, you already have the bow. Going in one direction, so we're going that way. You're looking for the roar of a pig. If you're next to the pig, you'll hear a sound. If you're in the room with a Patra will have matched that sound. You have to kill the Patra, come back and check it again. Also, you're looking for a door that doesn't open. If you kill the enemies, that means Zelda's hanging inside. So first you find the silvers, then you find the pork, then you get the women. Or Old Man, or Ganon, or whatever you're playing with.
So as a runner yourself, Seawolf, what's your strategy for 9? How do you handle this monster of a dungeon?
First off, I go right all the time, if I can. I can't deceive, so it doesn't work. But typically, if I have the goods, if I have the arrows already, it's just running like a headless chicken. You just want to run as fast as possible, clear as much space as possible. The more rooms you're in, the more chance for the door not to open, the more time to hear a sound, the more chance to find a map or a compass. So you just run headlong through rooms as fast as you can. If something bogs you down, just leave it and go after the direction if you have to.
Marking is essential in 9-2. You want to know where these staircases lead you to, so you don't get turned around, because it can be very maze-like.
Yeah, 9 can be extensive. The 9 map is massive, usually there's 4 or 5 missing rooms and a big block of stuff. It can easily be a strife or a staircase leading to a one direction only Ganon or Zelda. The game will make you pay for it sometimes. 9 can be really trolling.
Claire picking up their Triforce, but they missed the sword somehow. I didn't see which room the sword was in, but they did not get it.
Alright, and Claire, go back in for it. They want that sword.
Can't blame them. That's a good offensive upgrade. They do want to find that if they can.
Might be 2 to the left of start. There we go.
They did not get their power bracelets, so Mags is still lost to them, unfortunately.
Ooh, banana.
And he's gonna say nope to that banana. Sorry, TG, if you're watching. No, White Sword still being elusive. It was not in that room.
That'll work. So sort of the bat rooms. They skipped the keys from there, unfortunately.
Lots of patches in this 9 so far.
Yeah, that's really dangerous for Claire. If Claire's rocking the green tunic on the way to 9, a lot of patches and a weaker sword. Ooh, I hear a piggy.
I smell bacon. So with a magical sword, we're gonna need 4 shots to gain him. So he's not gonna have too much trouble here.
Here's Piggy.
They are both still on green tunic, so
No,
Ganon. What was that?
Trooper does have blue ring.
Okay, so that's gonna be 2 hearts for a high road jabber, where Claire will be taking 4.
Yeah, it still would have been fatal. At that fireball shot during the post was the right choice, because that hug still would have been fatal with the blue ring. And Pig is down.
Triforce saying nope for a second there. Yep,
Ooh,
Cyberchill. Seawolf corrected me on that, thank you.
Players unfortunately perished in the overworld. Bad start. So Paratroopa is basically looking for a door now. A door opens by itself. We will find the princess.
Yeah, that is a good call. Claire does have the 3 Triforce pattern.
So what you're saying is, in the future, like the past, that the Triforce is actually smaller but bigger. Well, like the same packaging, but they give you less.
So what Paratroopa is looking for here is a shutter door that opens instantly when he enters the room. And once they find that, they will know that Zelda will be on the side of that door. Oh shoot.
Shoot.
I can't remember seeing too many shoot rooms in this run, thankfully.
I haven't seen him yet. Therefore, there's still that chance that Zelda could be behind a shoot room. Oh, there she is. Ah, Zelda.
And Paratrooper is going to take the victory in this race. And we will see if they want to pop in here for a quick post-match interview.
Good for the Paratroopa. Claire fortunately laid low by level 8. and not having a sword for a longer duration than Para did.
Ninja Clara picking up their any keys, so keys will no longer be an issue for him.
Here see Fred's new addition to the game, the end game summary. Though I think we found all the possible items besides the red ring.
Did we run across Magical Boomerang?
No, it's a 9 somewhere. You're right.
And Paratroopa will be joining us momentarily for a quick word.
Yay.
And again, let's give both these runners a follow. They put on a really nice show for us tonight, as well as our 2 trackers, Wolfman and CSU, as well as Crimson Avix.
Claire unfortunately falls down 5 again. And Green Tunic get a lot of hearts, but you start only 3 when you die. So you're still basically 2 hits away from death against Lionels or Wizrobes.
Claire digging out 5 here to pick up their 5th Triforce, or sorry, 7th Triforce.
And 7 again will be a fast dig.
Yes, Farron Hills. We will be finding Link in this run on Ninja Claire's side. And with this randomizer, you can actually play as enemy spirits. So you can play as Guerriers or Wizrobes or Lionels. And if you do that, you actually fight Zelda and rescue Ganon.
Ooh, Patch is a problem. So Green Tunic is seeing now, Patch does 2 damage on a hit. So the 9 will be terrifying with only Green Tunic. As 5 to be a small dose to Patch right now.
So let's wait for Paratroopa to hop on in here. And with that ding, we have Paratroopa in here. Congratulations on your race, my friend. Well done. GG to Paratroopa. How you doing
Thanks.
tonight?
Sorry, I didn't have push to talk on. I forgot about that. Thank you. Yeah.
How'd you like that seed? How did it handle for you?
I was worried about it for a while. It started to feel like I was spending a lot of time in some of the dungeons. I had to leave a lot of them early. 8 was really bad. There were a lot of... There was that one bomb hole that we had to find there, and that took a while. Let's see... I had a lot of key problems. Then I found the magic key in 5, I think, and that solved that problem very timely. I really thought early about going into 7 for the red ring, and I decided not to, and I decided to buy the blue ring instead. I don't know how that would have panned out. That would have been an interesting choice, I think, but it turned out I had enough rupees just barely to get the blue ring, so I went for that instead. So a lot of those things are concerning me early, but 9 was really nice. That helped cut down the time considerably. Other than that, I don't know. It seemed pretty normal on my end. I don't know what you guys saw.
We actually saw 2 amusing things that you don't really see with us. Aquamentus getting a couple kills.
Oh yeah.
And the and the old man getting a kill as well.
The old man got a kill. Well, good for him. I'm proud of him.
Yeah, unfortunately,
He still got it.
Claire was trying to set up the bomb counter, and both fires turned on at the same time, just shot fireballs all over the place. So
Yeah. Yeah, I had a couple of unfortunate deaths to Aquamentus there. The thing about Aquamentus is that I don't know how to fight him. Because usually he just dies. I'm not usually in the situation where I have half a heart and a wooden sword.
Yeah, he bopped you a couple times, and he bopped Ninja Claire as well. So that was just one
yeah.
angry dragon at that point.
Yeah, 8 was tough. I wanted to go into it early-ish because it had the bow, but I didn't want to go into it that much because the enemy set was difficult. I really don't have a lot of experience with Lionels in dungeons yet, so that kind of made me not want to go into 9. But I took it. I still went in there at some point, and yeah, 8 was bad.
I mean, it was rough, but you also came in next time and found the compass real fast. Claire spent a good easy 20 minutes to go to that 8. It took a long time to find the bomb hole there.
Yeah, I was actually pretty happy about how early I found it, considering, even though it still took some time. But when I found it, I was like, wow, my opponent could have taken even longer to find this, so I might actually come out ahead. And that sounds like it was probably the case.
Yeah, that ache is what I think ultimately gave you the heads up on this race, finding that compass and finding that map.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, seeing now, unfortunately, the Green Tunic is killing Claire pretty bad, because Patra's and a lot of... They're all expanders, and they're all in really hard-to-dodge rooms, so unfortunately they're taking their toll.
Yeah, 5 was tricky too, because that Patra is blocking the Triforce room, so that's when I decided to just make a play for Magic Sword, and I got it. And that was really helpful, because I'm just not that great at fighting Patra. If I had the Red Ring, or maybe even a potion, I might have been able to do it, but the Magic Sword really helped out a lot there. That just kind of let me tank Patra's hits until he died, basically.
It's definitely a factor. Again, with Green Tunic, even with 9-10 hearts, you're still, 3-4 hits away from death from Lionel's, Wizrobes, Patra.
Yeah,
Ganon.
absolutely.
So it's really dangerous when you think about it.
Yeah, and again, I'm really curious to know how deep I would have had to go into 7. I really considered it for the Red Ring, but I just decided it was too risky. 7 can take... It could take, 10 to 20 minutes to find the ring, and I could come out with nothing. So I decided it was better just press on without it.
Yeah, I will tell you that Ninja Claire did not find the Red Ring either, so we have no idea how deep it was in there.
Yeah, the Triforce was right at the start, so it's just like, nothing you can do about that.
Yeah, Claire, to my knowledge, has not gone beyond the first few rooms. Still needs that 7 Triforce, but has not gone back in there since.
Yeah.
And Ninja Claire is going back through 5 to pick up this Triforce. It's eluding him a little bit here. Gotta get past that Patra.
Let's see, the bomb hole over here. This might have been the Triforce, I forget.
So overall, Paratroopa, we didn't see a ton of wizards on this seed, so that was probably nice for you.
Yeah, I was really happy about that. I don't really know how the rules for enemy swapping work right now. I kind of need to look more into that. But I was really surprised not to see many Wizarobes. I thought that maybe they'd be hiding in 9, but then it turned out they just weren't.
We saw you poke your head in the one room that had 6 blue ones. You just noped out of there really fast.
Yeah, I didn't want to deal with that. I don't think I ever had to fight a single blue Wizrobe. I fought some orange ones, but those are easy to deal with by themselves. But the blue ones, I was just like, I hope I don't have to come back here for the Triforce, because that could have taken a lot of extra time. And fortunately, I got lucky on that one.
You found a couple in rooms that only had like 1 or possibly 2 at most, but yeah, there's no like large packs of them they had to deal with.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, Claire's finding it the hard way that Patra indeed guards the Triforce. You have to go through him. So, Patra is not gonna let you go through free.
It's in a really tough room, too, if I recall.
It's in an NSU room, so
not a lot of maneuverability in there.
Good pattern, though. This time.
Oh yeah, I see her in there now, using the laser swords. To just kind of chip away is probably a good idea.
Yeah, you got a little hair at the end, but I think we have it taken care of.
Yeah, I'm gonna be
Right
because
now.
it's behind there. Oh boy,
And drops the fairy.
scary.
And I like just walking around the Triforce like it's no big deal.
Nom nom nom. Come back.
And picking up that Triforce in 5, just to go back to 7 now.
Alright, outside, crossing the desert. One thing south, and behold level 7.
Oh, still has 7 left to do. That's interesting. She should find that right away. I remember it was just like right there.
You know, same as you. They went to 7, took a look around and said, well, level 7. No thank you, and walked right back out. So.
Yeah, yeah, I kind of just, when I see 7 that early, I usually just pass on it for then. Though this time was different. So when I knew the red ring was in 7, I decided to do it early-ish, just in case I did find it. Because that's really nice to find early, and you want to find it as early as possible. Especially if you're like me and you're not that great at the game, so you need the tankiness a little bit to save you from some embarrassing Alchemantist deaths. But it didn't pan out.
Hey, even the dragon has to get a couple kills occasionally, you know.
I gotta make him feel better about himself some way.
Also important, Claire's found the hint for Death Fountain having the entrance to death. So Claire's not found level 9 yet. So,
Oh yeah, that was another problem. I found like all 8 dungeons really quickly, but then 9 was still hanging out there somewhere.
Dr. Pro is asking in chat what the average time is. Maybe you're looking at anywhere from an hour to hour and a half, 2 hours, depending on skill level.
Yeah.
so yeah,
The
really-
best players and the best runs can pull a sub 50, but that's about the fastest you can do. Yeah, an hour to 10, hour to 20 is probably the median.
Yeah, no matter what, it's all dependent on the seed itself. You have an excellent seed for combat-wise, but if you walk east and west start and the sword's over there and not over there, that's 10 minutes lost. It's just simply, so much luck involved. Skill is very critical, but obviously things have to be close together, close by. 1, 2, 3 fast, the bow and the silvers and all the fun stuff. So it's hard to tell what goes where.
Yeah, there's so much stuff that can happen in a seed too. Like this one actually took quite a while to get to 9, I would say. I'm not really sure what contributed to that, but it took me about an hour to get to 9, which is kind of long. But then 9 itself was pretty kind. It wasn't too long at all.
I think the thing with 9 was it's the only thing that of note really up on Death Mountain. There really wasn't too much reason to go up there until you learned for 9.
Yeah. I left that as for a while, and then eventually I realized I still needed 9, so I went up there. So I was still looking for the overworld heart. There's 1 left. So I was like, I might as well do it now. I ended up finding that in the very last screen of the game, of course.
Yeah, and Ninja Claire just found it, so they are on their way inside
Nope.
9 momentarily.
That's not. Doesn't do repair.
No, this isn't it.
No, 9 is the western staircase.
Yeah,
on
that's one more over.
It's over there. The one corner. So unfortunately Claire's gonna go the long way through this part, probably. Then back that around, go back the other way. So probably another 2 minutes till we find level 9. Well, the game taketh, the game giveth back. Alright, so again, 9 very much kind of held your hand this time. It's one way to go in the start. So you're going left, and then simply just run around till you find him. Main difference here is you follow about 3 Patras, and Claire only has the green tunic.
Oh, still has the green tunic. That's... Ugh.
And no potion, I don't think either.
So there in chat, yes, our potion price is randomized. So in this case, it would be cheaper to buy 2 of the blue ones.
Yeah, that's...
However, it's faster to buy 1 red one. So difference of 11 rupees this late in the seed don't really need money. So
I embarrassingly forgot about that. I was trying to farm up to 75 rupees at one point, and then I just forgot that I could buy 33 twice. I didn't even look, honestly. I just looked for the red. But you forget some things. I haven't played this game in about a year, so you forget some things.
Claire just now finding the book under the armhouse item, but saying nope.
That would have been really bad if that item was something good, but it wasn't.
Yeah, nothing to it there, unfortunately.
Yep, we don't need any literacy.
Yeah, I was really... that's the other thing about going to 7 for the red ring, was that once I found the big the big rupee secret was like really small, like 58 or something, and I was worried I wasn't going to get enough money to buy the blue ring. And I really don't like to play this game with green tunic. That's just, I'm going to die a lot if I do that. But fortunately, at some point, I managed to get enough money to buy the blue ring, and that was a big, big victory for me.
Yeah, all the door repairs you found, like no money, so you were just going through them all without having anything to give. They tried to find just medium secrets over and over again. So over time, built up pretty fast.
Yeah, I actually decided to restart out of some of those door repair rooms in this run just because it was so money tight.
Definitely. Ooh, Claire, on this path that they're taking, might do the level 9 hole last. Which is unfortunate. Yeah, Claire's doing the traditional go down, up the stairs, left, down, back around, and back to the corner at the very end. I will say Dottie Dart looks to be terrible. But yeah, Claire might be doing that spot last. Ah, it's Halo. Found taking the cave and grab a potion at it. That'll help. Wait for it.
Pop the potion instead of the, or took the potion instead of the heart?
Well, I mean, it's basically having 3 life bars as opposed to having 1 extra heart. Because a patcher will kill you once anyway.
Just buy the potion though.
Well, now you can, but whatever. It's level 9.
I mean, you need to have some money for silver arrows, but not that much.
Yeah, I mean, no worries. It was there. Automatically taken. It saves you 3 screens to go back and get a potion.
Fair enough.
Alright. So yeah, the main challenge here will be the many patches.
Yeah, with that green tunic, that's going to be a tough task, but Claire should be okay. It was thankfully a relatively straight shot, so hopefully they don't have too much issue here. And here's patcher number 1 on Claire's side. See how this one goes down. Thankfully, it's not one of those Oh, ouch.
That, I was going to say, dangerous because you have 1.5 hearts. So 1 hit kills. Yeah, there you go.
I don't believe they picked up any potions, so we'll see what happens here.
Actually, you stood away from it there. The potion was actually grabbed from a take any cave. So Claire has the red potion.
Ah, gotcha. I had to step away for 1 second, put it back.
Surprise, 4 patches. Whoa, nice dodge.
Patches and lag are never fun.
Ooh.
And unfortunately, second death here to these patches.
The fact that it's in one of those bullet hell rooms doesn't make things any easier.
Yeah, that lag is brutal, and then just a sudden speed up just sometimes gets to you.
The main thing
Yeah,
is,
it just takes away from your maneuverability too.
yeah, the problem is that you usually swing your sword, and sword of sprite, which can add to the lag problem. Then, once you kill 3 or 4 little patch delights, you just speeds up again, you're ambushed. If it fires 2 or 3 at one time and then slows down again, it just simply changes gears constantly on you. Ooh, that Molden was actually kind of aggressive.
The one nice thing about these patches, though, is if Claire does manage to take them down, they won't be coming back.
Yes, there are these bosses, so once they're gone, they're gone.
Just gotta be a little bit patient, pick away at them, back out when you have to.
Ooh. Not much about that when Patrick keeps going in the corner.
At this point myself, I would probably pop a push and go in there with full life, just get him dealt with.
I mean, that one doesn't required, so I think Claire just tries to get past the patch in the first place without using any resources. There's Piggy.
Yep, there's again. Just gotta pass his keys.
Now, first thing I have to do is drink a potion, because right now you're in driver range.
Yep, and that's what Claire does right away, topping off their HP. We'll be looking for that stun lock here, because this room's not too fun to fight getting in.
Yeah, I had a hard time getting the stun lock off on this fight. It ended up not mattering because I could just kind of tank my way through it, but
Not good. Right down to one heart.
Having to use their second potion here. Try not to die again.
the good news is that if she can get through this, then Zelda will not be too far away.
I believe we're at 2 hits, need 6 more before...
Yeah, down to the stun lock, so it's hard to keep track of them. Oop, driver.
Yep, high roll driver, unfortunately.
Okay, there's a run out there, buying the potion, head back in.
Telling her, Garen will move in a figure 8, so he will basically chase Link around the screen, and it looks like a figure 8 pattern as he moves.
It's not a figure 8 pattern, you probably can't tell if he's gonna go up, down, or left, right originally. So you might be assuming a direction, and then he moves the other direction by accident.
One nice thing about Garen, though, is after you hit him, he will always originally spawn back in the lower left or lower right quadrant. So you can kind of guess of where he'll respawn, and if you get lucky and stab him when he respawns, you can keep him in a stun lock and he won't be able to move again.
Potion time.
Yep, picking up some more soda, then going back to the pig.
So unfortunately, Ganon, it's a left 1, staircase, dodge Patra, left up, Ganon. A very short path to Ganon himself.
Snake.
And we're going back in. Alright, again, we'll probably see Claire try to avoid the patch at all costs.
Oh, they're gonna fight him. Try to get him out of the way so I can deal with him if they run back again.
Nope, squeeze on by.
Just gotta avoid these flying bananas here.
Alright, again, back.
I believe Claire does know that the ring is in 7, so if they have too much issue, they might pop out and go pick it up.
Ooh, again, spawned in the right spot, but didn't get the lockdown.
And gets hugged.
Yeah, unfortunately, again, Sunlock is effective, but if you miss Sunlock, you're basically on top again, and you're probably getting punched in the face if you attempt that, and if you guess right but don't execute properly, you're probably getting smacked for it.
Yeah, you're gonna eat that vaunted high road driver, unfortunately. Gets past the patcher pretty easily there, so patch is not too much issue on this run.
Because Guerrilla's trying to farm for a little bit extra health. Gamble in the next room, see what you got in here. Not with trouble. Also, little rupees, so you can just simply shoot arrows all the time. Ooh, careful now.
Gotta save at least 1 or 2 rupees for that silver arrow shot to finish him off. Topping back off the health to hopefully finish this off.
Oh no, stabs again, see the hitbox on top of you. Oh boy. Unfortunately, that's a dot quit. Out of resources, no more money to buy potions.
Claire giving an attempt, but the pig is just too much, unfortunately, with green tuner for him.
Unfortunately, yes, the lack of armor. White sword is a little better than the wood sword. The damage ratio again puts out the damage it can do to you is extreme, and even with potions, you're still basically 2 from death on drivers.
Let me see if they want to come in for a quick chat and see how they do. Okay, Claire will be joining us momentarily to have some words.
Good. Bacon Profit. Again, can be locked down in that room, but you're basically stuck on those corners, so it's risky. When you lock them down, if you miss the lockdown at all and spawn in that spot there, he can move right into you immediately and damage you.
And can we get some GGs in chat for these runners? They both put on a great show for us tonight. And with that ding, we do have Ninja Claire with us. Claire, valiant attempt, pick just a little bit too much tonight. Claire will be with us in one moment here.
Let's see. Any match tonight? Let's see. What is the schedule?
Claire just having a little bit of technical difficulties. We're working it out, and they'll be right with us.
Anyway, meanwhile, I believe the race between Jivith and Thurwolf is going on right now on Speed Gaming 2. So after this is done, you can hop over there. I think for Zelda 1 Randomizer, that's all we have tonight. Tomorrow at it's like 2 p.m. you have J Classic and Malagord. And later on at 10 p.m. you have Shiner CCC versus Raikou Rider. It's like 11:30 you have Dr. J PhD and Isolated 999. And same time as well on another channel you have J Coper and Breasticle.
And I believe I do have Claire with us now. Claire, well done. Valiant attempt.
Oh dear, we still can't hear Claire, unfortunately. Claire is talking. I can see the lighting up and the changing on the Discord, but I can't hear Claire.
Give us one moment, chat. We'll be right back with you.
Hello?
There we go. Hey, Claire. Valiant attempt on that run there. Well done.
Thank you.
So that Garen fight was a pain for you.
Yeah, trying to do it with no ring upgrades and in like a tight room, it was a bit rough, and I just couldn't seem to hit the rhythm tonight for getting the stun lock to work.
It happens to the best of us. It's just a rough room, especially with such little room to navigate.
Yeah, agreed.
What are your thoughts on the seed as a whole? How'd you feel about it?
Not too difficult. I mean, I probably should have, since I knew Red Ring was in 9, kind of knowing where I am on skill, maybe I should have dug that out. There was a little bit of tough combat, but it kind of seemed like it mostly came together pretty smoothly for me.
Red Ring was actually in 7 tonight.
Yeah, I got the hint for that, but it's like when I was in 7, I wasn't sure if I wanted to dig out that size of dungeon.
Yeah, 7 actually is unknown size. Both you and where my face go? Here is both you and Paratroopa walked in, saw Triforce, said, "Alright, let's have that," and walked out. So we didn't see how big 7 could be.
Yeah, I seriously debated searching for the red ring in 7, but I decided to just leave. I think he did the same thing.
Yep.
So talk to us about the combat in this seed. How was it? It doesn't look too bad. It's not a ton of wizards, thankfully.
Yeah, it's always nice when there's only like a few Wizrobe dungeons. I know they're one of the enemies that still gives me the most grief of anything.
Alright. Seawolf, do you have any other questions for the runners tonight?
Not really. Both of you had to bypass the due to poverty seed. You had very little money. You had to bypass the bomb upgrade, so we didn't see what they could have been. Dungeons were basically clumped in the middle, with a 9 on the far west side of Death Mountain. So a lot of the map was kind of dead space. No, obviously, given
Claire,
the...
one amusing thing, you guys both ate a death to Aquamentus.
I ate 2 actually. Just happens sometimes. What can I say?
Yep, the dragon strikes back occasionally.
Yeah.
And with that, Seawolf, do you want to send us on out of here?
Certainly, I'd recommend if you want to see more action, I think you head to Speed Gaming 2 and check out the race going on there right now. Otherwise, I mentioned tomorrow, there's like 4 or 5 races tomorrow night as well. So you have plenty of action coming up. If you're really hankering for more, you can go watch some VODs and do what you gotta do to get your Zelda fix.
But give both her runners a fall tonight. Ninja Claire and Paratroopa put on a great show for us. Thank you, Twitch chat. Have a great night. I am DarkFalls1983. My partner tonight was the Seawolf1, and we say goodnight to you all.
Later.